Join me for a story that will bring you calm, rest, and gentle dreams. Campanula and the Heliphis, Nature Symphony. This story is about the friendship between a girl named Campanula and a stream spirit named Acalypha, celebrating the bond between humans and nature. Once upon a time, in a verdant forest nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, there lived a gentle human girl named Camilla. She had a deep connection with nature, and could often be found wandering through the woods, her fingers brushing the leaves, her eyes observing the tiniest creatures. One day as she strolled beside Laughing River, a bubbling stream named Acalypha, she heard a soft giggle emanating from the water. Startled yet curious, she kneeled beside the stream and whispered, "Who is there?" To her amazement, the water shimmered and a small, joyful face formed on its surface. "I am Acalypha, the spirit of this stream," it replied with a melodic voice. Campanula's eyes widened in wonder. They quickly became friends, delighting in each other's company. Acalypha would tell tales of the river's journey from the high mountains to the vast sea, while Campanula shared stories of the forest's many inhabitants. Together, they laughed and played, the splash of water mixing with the rustle of leaves creating a symphony of nature with these sounds. One sunny afternoon, they decided to explore deeper into the forest. As they ventured, they found a beautiful glade where sunlight danced through the trees and flowers bloomed in a riot of colors. Acalypha whispered to a passing breeze, "Shall we dance?" The wind swirled round them, lifting flower petals into the air. Campanula and Acalypha twirled and laughed, creating a magical dance that filled the forest with joy. Before long, twilight began to envelop the forest. They made their way back to Laughing River, their hearts filled with the warmth of their unforgettable day. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Campanula whispered, "Thank you, Acalypha, for showing me the wonders of our world." Acalypha's laugh bubbled softly. "Thank you, Campanula, for sharing this journey with me." And so, under the watchful eyes of the moon and stars, they parted ways, promising to meet again. Their story became a cherished memory, a beautiful reminder of the bond between humans and nature, and the endless joy they can find in each other's empty. The next story awaits, ready to ease your mind. Katlia and Zinnia, a tale of friendship. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between a human girl named Katla and an odd male, oven sprite named Zinnia. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling emerald hills and a shimmering river, lived a young girl named Katlia. She had golden hair that shone brilliantly under the sun and eyes as blue as the sky. Every day, Katlia explored the woods at the edge of the village, finding solace among the whispering trees and colorful flowers. One autumn afternoon, as she was gathering fallen leaves, she stumbled upon a tiny being with wings as delicate as frost-kissed petals. This was Zinnia, an autumn sprite who had lost her way. Zinnia's presence brought a magical aura around them, filling the air with the sweet scent of harvest. Intrigued and delighted by each other, they quickly became friends. Katlia listened. With wide-eyed wonder, Zinnia spoke of far-off lands where endless autumns painted the world in gold, russet, and amber. Zinnia, in turn, was fascinated by Katlia's stories of human life, the simple joys of laughter, apple pies, and family gatherings. Together, they shared adventures, all dancing under the canopy of leaves, chasing fireflies as dusk settled, and making crowns of autumn flowers. The village soon came to know Zinnia, and the villagers welcomed her warmly, enchanted by her tales and the gentle magic she weaved. Seasons changed, but the bond between Katlia and Zinnia grew stronger. Through snow-laden winters and blossoming springs, their friendship remained a constant source of joy. Katlia and Zinnia proved that no matter how different two beings might seem, the true essence of friendship lies in understanding and cherishing one another, cherishing one another's heart and soul, in the embrace of that tiny village, under the watchful eyes of the hills and the river. Their story became legend. It lies the beautiful reminder that friendship is the most magical of all gifts. Now, let's embrace the next chapter. Embrace of Daisy and Dan. This story is about the friendship and adventures of a girl named Daisy and an ant named Dan, and how their embrace of friendship brings warmth and overcomes life's challenges. In the peaceful village of Meadowville lived a kind-hearted girl named Daisy. Each day she explored the vibrant fields and enchanting forests surrounding the village. One warm summer afternoon, while wandering near a sparkling stream, Daisy noticed a tiny ant struggling to carry a leaf much larger than itself. This ant, named Dan, was small but determined. Daisy, feeling a surge of compassion, gently picked up the leaf and placed it within Dan's reach. "Thank you," squeaked Dan. Much to Daisy's surprise, "You can talk," she explained. "Of course I can. My name is Dan," he replied. From that day forward, Daisy and Dan formed an inseparable bond. They shared many adventures, exploring the hidden wonders of Meadowville. Daisy would recount stories of the human world, and Dan would share secrets of the tiny, bustling ant society. One chilly autumn evening, as the leaves turned golden, Daisy felt a shiver. She hugged herself, trying to ward off the cold. Dan noticed her discomfort and scurried up to her shoulder. "Embrace the warmth within," he whispered. Daisy smiled and held Dan close, feeling a wave of warmth spread through for her. As winter approached, Meadowville transformed into a snowy wonderland. Daisy and Dan continued their adventures, now sharing the warmth of friendship that kept the cold at bay. They built tiny snow houses and sipped on sweetened berry tea. For the seasons, their bond only grew stronger. Daisy and Dan learned that no matter their differences in size, their embrace of friendship made them invincible. They discovered that true warmth comes from the heart, and it is this warmth that can overcome any challenge life presents. Years passed, and Daisy grew older, yet her friendship with Dan remained undiminished. She learned that embracing others with kindness and understanding could bridge any gap. And so, in the village of Meadowville, the story of Daisy and Dan became a cherished tale, reminding everyone that a simple embrace can change the world. Let's explore the next chapter of tonight's tales. Lady and the Friendly Ghost. This story is about Katie and her friendship with William, a friendly ghost, demonstrating how kindness can transcend all boundaries. In a quaint village nestled between emerald hills and whispering pines, lived a cheerful girl named Kitty. Her heart was as big as the open sky, always seeking to spread kindness wherever she went. And one crisp autumn evening, Katie ventured into the woods, her red scarf dancing in the breeze. It was then she stumbled upon the most peculiar sight, a ghost, gentle and luminous, floating by the ancient oak tree. The ghost introduced himself as William, a spirit bound to the forest, friendly and caring. Katie, initially startled, soon felt a warm connection with William, as if meeting an old friend. They talked for hours, sharing stories of their lives. Kate learned that William had been a protector of the woods, committed to preserving its beauty, while she shared her dreams of making the world a kinder place. Their friendship blossomed as they spent evenings together, Katie bringing small gifts for the woodland creatures, and William guiding her with his ethereal wisdom. One winter night, as snowflakes created a frosty wonderland, Katie found an injured squirrel. Together, they tended to the little creature, Katie's gentle hands and William's calming presence bringing it back to health. In those moments, Katie realized the true beauty of kindness. It was not bound by the physical world or the ethereal realm. The bond between Katie and William grew stronger, becoming a symbol of unity and compassion. Near spring arrived, Katie noticed the forest thriving. Flowers bloomed vibrant, and the animals frolicked with joy. She knew it was the combined effort of her kindness and William's protective spirit. The villagers sang her tales of Katie's mysterious friend and the magic of the forest. Though they never met William, they felt his presence in the warmth and serenity that enveloped their home. Katie and William's friendship became legendary, a reminder that kindness could transcend all boundaries. Every night, Katie would thank William under the starless sky, and he, hovering near the ancient oak, would bless her dreams with peace. Their story lived on, an immortal tale of kindness that echoed through the hills, whispering among the pines and resonating in the hearts of all who listened. Let this story stay with you as you drift into sleep.